Back here on the Patrick Regan Show. I was going to let that song run a little bit. It's called You're a Liar by Slash. So, just an appropriate song for our government. Yeah, it's too far into the song. Well, no, here it comes. You're a liar. All my faith's been wasted, and I don't need you to save me anymore. What a good song for this show. All right. This last segment, it's kind of short, but I want to get to this story real quick. Luxembourg's Prime Minister, Jean-Claude, and I believe this is Juncker, officially announced he'd resign following what? Oh, it's a spying scandal involving illegal phone taps and other illicit activities. The announcement comes as Juncker's junior coalition partner called for the dissolution of the House in early parliamentary elections. Now, his departure follows allegations the country's security services abused their power under his watch, including illegally bugging politicians, purchasing cars for private use, and taking payments and favors in return for access to local officials from 2003 to 2009. The report commissioned by Luxembourg's parliament into the matter determined that Juncker failed to rein in the agency despite it being under his auspices. The July 5th document further said that the outgoing prime minister was politically responsible for failing to inform the Parliamentary Committee of Control or Justice authorities about the Luxembourg State Intelligence Service's alleged illegalities. This report was commissioned by Luxembourg Weekly newspaper after they had published a secretly taped conversation between Juncker and the head of the State Intelligence Service at the time, which is Marco, I believe it's Millie or Mill, could be either one. On the recording, Mill revealed that his staff had secretly recorded a conversation involving the country's Grand Duke, which is the monarchical head of state, and that the sovereign was in regular contact with Britain's secret intelligence service. You know, all of this sounds a lot like our NSA and our CIA. They're both handling spying, but CIA, of course, and I'm sure the NSA does as well. They run businesses to fund things we shouldn't be doing in the first place. The prime minister initially refused to step down, though, claiming he should not be expected to resign over the alleged wrongdoing of a few intelligence agencies. You know, this is just, you could cut this out of Obama's excuses. Just paste it right into this. He told the parliament, the intelligence service was not my top priority. So you see, just like our president, it's not his fault, but he can't be expected to know what's going on. And if he's caught violating the Constitution, well, then it's our fault anyway. Nothing is his or the government's fault, being President Obama. As the outgoing prime minister admitted, the intelligence service scandal left him no other choice than to hand in the government's resignation. Other European leaders are increasingly being scrutinized for the alleged role in sweeping surveillance activities. So at least this guy has the decency and the honor to resign when this sort of thing happens. Am I calling for President Obama's resignation? Not really, but I'm just pointing out that someone's paying the price for all this, and no one's paying the price here in the United States. In fact, Edward Snowden's paying the price, and we're paying the price because we're getting told it's none of our dang business, and shut your mouth, do your job, pay your taxes, and just take what's given to you. But anyway, getting back to the article, UK Foreign Secretary William Hague, who oversees the government communications headquarters, he recently came under fire for the agency's Tempora surveillance program, as well as its collusion with the United States National Security Agency's sweeping spying program. Last week, the European Union began investigating whether Britain had broken EU law following reports it had tapped international phone traffic and shared vast amounts of personal data with the United States. Also in Germany, where the U.S. reportedly combs through 500 million German phone calls, emails, and text messages on a daily basis. NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden recently accused the political leadership of being in bed with the NSA. What all this points out is just how far-reaching this is. And it's up to us to fix this. Yes, it's all over the world. But we have to take the lead on this issue because, and we as in the citizens of this country, the world looks to us for leadership. If we aren't concerned enough to make the changes needed to fix this in our government, then how can anyone else in the world derive any kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? We're talking, I knew it's coming up. Look, in a nutshell, we need to fix this NSA problem. If not for us, for the rest of the world. We're at the end of the program here on the Patrick Regan Show. If you want to know more about us, check us on Facebook, facebook.com/Patrick Regan Show. Also the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Patrick Regan Show. Thank you again for listening, and be sure and join me next Saturday afternoon at 4. We'll be fighting for freedom, liberty, and the restoration of the Constitution. Thanks for listening, and have a great week.
Join us again next week for a solid dose of truth on the Patrick Regan Show.